These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
Good morning,
How are you
Josh.
today?
Oh, it's a great day in the neighborhood. Would you be the neighbor?
No.
Wrong show. Sorry. My bad.
There ain't room for both of us. Anywhere.
It's a great day today. Great day.
I need to fix my camera. I look stoned. Hey,
Well,
how's it going?
no different than any other day, bud.
Man, I think I got some Asian in me.
What you do in your personal time is all you.
Sorry, everybody.
So Josh might be a little frazzled today. So please, if you're tuning in, please make sure you comment on his looks. We definitely appreciate that.
Still the better looking of the two.
Well, you can't rock a red beard like I can.
Yeah. All right, Skippy.
Yeah. Did we work this week?
I worked my ass off this week. I don't know about you.
I work every week, bud.
I almost had to shovel snow.
I looked at snow. Yeah, I looked at snow.
I saw a lot of people cancel Friday. Some people canceled Friday as early as Tuesday.
Let's
start with your week, Skippy. How was your week? Well, let's start with the weather in Michigan first this last week. Fuck you, Mother Nature.
Welcome to third, fourth, and fifth winter. But today's supposed to be 61, so yay.
JT says we both have a face for radio. Thank you, buddy.
Well, coming from you, coming from him, I'm not sure if that's anyway.
From the mouth of babes. Yeah, we went back into a pretty solid deep freeze this week. Lows were in the 20s every night. It took a long time for the days to warm up. I don't think we hit daily highs until 4:00 in the afternoon. There was a lot of times we were setting up and it was still below 30 for lunch.
It was quite nippy. Quite nippy.
And then with the loom of the winter storm on Friday that we actually got, so that was awesome. So how was your week amid all of that? Oh.
So I was talking with my mother, and we
as you do daily, yes.
Not as much as I probably should. We were talking about it's like the weathermen and women, people. It's the only job where it's okay to be wrong. Like it's definitely it's okay. And then I thought about the analogy. Well, if you're a baseball player and you hit 300, you're probably going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So you missed 2/3 of your at bats.
And
anyway,
okay. First of all, at least on the west side of the state, our local weather people are pretty damn good. They get it right more often than not because they're used to the weather patterns of the area. But I don't trust the Weather Channel with our forecasts, especially as far as storms go. So I trust our local guys a whole lot more.
I look up at the sky, and if I see it looks like it's going to snow, I just plan for snow. Could be July. It could be December,
So is that why you didn't go out Friday?
No, I had a board meeting Friday that I had to travel to. And
the Great Lakes Barbecue Association.
Just didn't really feel like cooking, to be honest with you. Sometimes you just have those days.
Your week, Skippy. How was your week?
Well, we're going to start off with a shit show, debacle, if you will. I'm close enough to the University of Michigan. Go home. So they do not allow any food trucks to set up on site unless it's a catered meal or catering event, I should say. And they pay well. I will tell you that. That's where all your tuition dollars are going. They definitely pay well. Tip good too. 20% every time. Anyway, But you have to they have their own environmental health safety people, and you have to take your trailer in every 6 months if you have propane to have a fire inspection done. So lucky me, that was to happen this past Tuesday. And I met Ira Harrison, nice guy. Reminds me of Carl Winslow off of Family Matters.
You said Ira, and that is not the person I pictured.
Right?
You remember City Slickers? The movie City Slickers?
Yes.
The two guys that were with them that were doing the Ben and Jerry guys, the ice cream guys.
Yes.
One of those guys, the bigger guy was named Ira. Yeah.
No, this was a short little Carl Winslow lookalike. Anyway, so he's going through my trailer, and he's like, "Oh, great trailer! Everything looks great." But, and it's like that. But, like, what could be the but? Like, this is a brand new trailer. It's been used like 4 times. Like, seriously. He said that they all went to a conference this past winter time, and are looking to adopt new rules. And I happen to be the first inspection of the year with these new rules that I've come to find out they don't know anything about. So the rubber hose that, if you think about a traditional gas grill, it's the hose that goes from your propane tank to your grill.
Mm-hmm.
They told me it was prone to weathering. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, yes, rubber hoses can dry rot. After 20 years, maybe. And I even showed them the title. It's a brand new trailer. Anyway, so they said it had to be changed to some sort of blue hose.
Yeah.
I can't find this blue hose anywhere. It's not a yellow flex hose. It's a blue hose.
Yeah, you can't use the flex hoses. It's a specialized hose. You can get them on Amazon. I found them on Amazon.
Yeah, well, anyway.
That was the point where I took this stovetop out of my trailer. Because it's the same thing over here. They're trying to get rid of all of those, especially in a food truck where there's lots of vibrations and stuff. They're very prone to cracking and such. So that was the point that I took that stovetop out, and we had 0 propane appliances inside anymore. So
anyway,
yeah,
he said that I needed an LP gas detector inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I have no plug anywhere near where there's any LP.
So it shouldn't matter.
Well,
you shouldn't have to be right there.
You have to realize that he didn't tell me like where to put stuff. He just said what you need. I'm getting to the point of the story.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm getting to the point of the story there, Joshua.
Good Lord, are we taking a trip to India?
It feels like it. We're number 1 in India.
Well, number 1 in India.
10. Well, number 10, actually.
12.
Whatever.
12 now. Maybe we dropped a couple spots.
Well, we got to get more ratings. Argue some, damn it. So where I needed that, I needed 4-inch letters, no smoking signs on all 4 sides of my trailer. Needless to say, they don't make 4-inch letters. They make 3 and 5. And I'm not getting individual letters to put on each side of my trailer that say no smoking. So I grabbed 4 8x10 signs that say no smoking or vaping, and I asked if those were going to be good enough, and he said yes, those are fine. There was one other thing. Oh, I had a tie strap, ratchet strap around my tank inside my cage to just keep it tight against the backside of the cage. And he said I had to remove that and use a metal strap. And I said, how about I just remove it and let the cage do the work? He said, yeah, that's fine. Because the strap was not weatherproof, or was not fireproof. I'm like, if it's on fire, that's the last thing I'm worrying about. Anyway, So as he's going through his little checklist, he had sent me information in the beginning that one of them was the National Fire Code, which explained nothing about what they want, just like the National Fire Code. Mm-hmm. And then also a internal memo for anybody wanting to book a food truck, because that would help tremendously. That's how I found out they don't allow food trucks on stadiums or on campus. Anyway, so as he's writing this checklist, I'm like, you sent me some stuff. That checklist probably would have been good. At least we would have known everything. And he looks at me with those Carl Winslow eyes and says, "Really? Like, if we sent you this checklist, it would have helped you out?" No, 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 no batting an eye. He was dead serious, not joking, not laughing. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. That'd have been fantastic there, Carl. I mean, Ira.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, okay. So then his buddy who was with him noticed that I had basically like 3 propane regulators on the trailer. There's one out front, and there's one at basically at each appliance, which is my 3-bay steam table, along with out on my porch, I have a stock pot range.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy was he thinks propane's a bomb, so everything is going to blow up. But he was wondering why I had those 3 regulators. Like, am I putting out way too much BTUs? Like what? I'm like, well, each appliance only uses so much BTUs, so it's going to bring it down. It's like, oh, well, why is your battery box right next to one of the regulators? Like, couldn't you have a spark? I'm like, couldn't I light a cigarette near it? I don't know. Like, I figured my trailer manufacturer wouldn't put it there if it was going to be, bad. Well, he decided to go in and get the U of M fire marshal, and the fire marshal then stepped inside the trailer and looked around and said, "Yeah, you're good." I'm like in U of M. So as I'm closing up shop, he's like, I can't give you your sticker until you take care of these things. I'm like, of course I can. So where do I validate my parking? Where can I get money back for the diesel fuel that I spent coming here? Anyway, so I'm going back today to get my sticker because he finally emailed me and said that I was good. Didn't need to worry about the hose as of right now. So that was the debauchery on the 19th. The 20th, we had a...
So that was Monday.
Tuesday, actually. It was Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Okay.
Tuesday. Wednesday, we had a private event.
It's only an hour and a half show, buddy.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there, bud. Okay, I'm getting there. We're almost done, I promise. You're the one who normally takes up 3 hours, okay? I'm just trying to be you, always. So we had a private event on Wednesday. We had to feed first and second shift. So that means third shift didn't get anything. You ever done those? Like 2 or 3 shifts?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I mean, we've covered, like Amazon, we covered a couple different shifts, kind of. Yeah. Like we caught their first shift, and then we're there for the transition from first to second. But anytime they say we're looking for a food truck to cover all 3 shifts, I'm like, nope. I
know it's a lot of time. It's a lot. The time is the big thing.
It is a lot of time, and
And it's almost like killing your next day if you're there at like midnight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get enough sleep as it is.
So I decided they asked for first and second, so I was there from 11 to 1, and then there from like 5 to 6. So basically 3 hours for a couple $1,000. I was happy with it.
Good. Then
I was part of a conference call with the city of Adrian, Michigan. I believe MEC has a place down there.
Yeah, technically Tecumseh, I think now, but whatever.
Good.
Anyway, not Adrian.
So they do a bunch of events, and they don't have any food trucks down there, and so I was part of a conference call or a Zoom meeting. There's a lot of potential down there that I'm going to reach out to. It's about 40 minutes away.
It's a good town.
Yeah, hopefully I can go down to MEC, do a lunch, and then do one of the events downtown.
Have you reached out to them yet?
No, I have not. I'm working on it. That was probably today's schedule.
I'll give Gabby a heads up too that we'll be reaching out.
Thanks.
I'll try to remember.
So winter storm warning on Friday. So I didn't cook. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I was lazy. My Callahan's Coffee Cafe is, I think, on its last legs. We had live music. You ever seen the movie Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the criminal like dad, like stepdad?
Mm-hmm.
Had a ponytail slicked back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what the musician looked like. And once somebody mentioned that, I could not stop seeing him. I was expecting Arnold to come in.
Not a Duma.
Yeah, so it was. I decided to split the cost of the music, but I didn't get to pick who the music was, and it was instrumental. And he went from anywhere from Riverdance to Mexican Cantina to 80s rock, like, all sorts of things.
Wow. He did it all.
Oh, he did it all with a lot of different devices as well. I think he even had a ukulele. Yesterday we did a good little 4-hour event in town, sugaring and shearing.
How was that?
Good. It was actually really good. So of the food trucks that were there, 2 were serving hot dogs. 1 was serving garlic bread stuffed spaghetti stuff. So they take garlic bread and you put pasta inside. It's called On a Roll. They're out of Battle Creek, I think. They might make their way up to you. I'm not sure.
I've heard of them.
And then, so yeah, that was it. So I was the only one, like, really, really entree truck. So, other than hot dogs. And we were on the main drag of where everybody was. So it was good to have the new trailer out. A lot of familiar faces from town complimented the trailer. I just got a positive review on my Facebook that said great food, great atmosphere. They interacted with my kids well. And the they was me because I worked it myself. Interacted.
What did you do to their kids?
They told me they wanted mac and cheese, and I gave them mac and cheese. Other than that, it was a great event. We did about $1,300. So overall for the week, we did fair. We did fair. I talked to you about the whole Callahan's thing and my spot that I normally set up at, and was wondering if we thought that the rose fell off the flower or something like that. What's the bloom is falling off, or what's the saying? What's the cliche?
I don't know.
The bloom's off the rose. Whatever.
If anybody knows, please let us know. So Skippy,
I don't know. Anyway, so
rest easy.
I still haven't got graphics on the trailer yet. It's a big black trailer. I told you that it either, my spot in Brooklyn really hasn't been what it was at the beginning of last year. And I'm thinking it's because it's a big black trailer. Unless you really come close to the menu, you don't know what I sell. So, not barbecue related. It's funny, you just froze with your eyes shut. So, I ordered 2 barbecue feather flags that I'm going to put out. So at least it'll tell people what I have.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna go with that. So please, how was your week?
Well, I want to touch on your non-logo trailer being the cause of lower sales.
Well, yes.
Your theory, and I gave you an additional theory.
Yeah.
That since you were open for most of the winter,
yep,
there was no mass appeal to come up. People didn't miss you because they had the opportunity to get you the whole winter.
Yep.
And that's what we experienced last year, and that's what I told you. Since we were open through the winter, we did not have as big of an opening week as we normally did. And when you throw in the weather, it makes it harder for people to come. Anyways, you said you get a fair amount of repeat customers, your followers, right?
Yeah, yep.
How many of them have told you that they can't find you? That they've said, I drove by Callahan's and you weren't there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That type of thing?
Sure. Okay. Yes, a lot of people actually. Honestly, a lot. There's been a lot of people that have come through that have said, "Oh, I drove by Callahan's. I didn't see the food truck."
So I think it's a marketing issue for you versus a logo trailer thing. So you needed to post hard that the trailer has changed. I would. That's exactly what I would do. If I would do a huge boosted post. I would spend $100 for the week.
Yeah.
And make sure that everybody understands that this is your new trailer. And it will be logoed at some point in time.
I was going to do a side-by-side with like 2 pictures.
Yep.
And saying old versus new. Here's the change. Here's what to look for. You see a big black trailer, even you want barbecue, stop.
Yep.
That was the other thing is going along with what you said was the old trailer had logos and it was parked in front. The new trailer doesn't have logos, and so they might think it's new for somebody else, not me personally.
Yep. And I would definitely have your trailer, a picture of your trailer at your location with every post you do,
Yeah.
So what it looks like from the road, we are here. So yeah, make sure you just hammer that home that is you now.
Yeah. Good idea. Yeah. Just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. And until people are said, yeah, we get it. Or you stop getting those messages where we drove by and didn't see you. There was some other truck there. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Your mom says the bloom is off the rose.
That's what it is. I knew it was something. Mom would know.
Apparently, it's something in your house.
You never heard that? It's a No, never.
I don't think so.
Oh, whatever. So we ended the week positive with a total sales number. Do you go from Monday to Sunday? Like, is that your sales week?
So my sales week is set up as the normal Sunday to Saturday, which I thought about changing to match what our schedule is that we put out.
Oh,
but then I thought it would get more confusing.
I didn't do anything. Yeah, I didn't do anything Sunday anyway. So we ended up with about 4,500 gross for the week.
It's not too bad considering you had a short week.
Yeah, we got to get into that after your week. Keep going.
Oh boy, about a short weeks?
No, just what I texted you the other day was like, I'm as of yesterday, I'm more than where I was last year, but it feels like less. And I don't know why it feels like I've done like I've done less.
You're doing more days, but you're much slower on those days. You're not having as many big days. You're just having more days that you're open, I think.
Okay. I mean, possibly. Yeah, possibly.
I mean, I can't tell you why you feel the way you feel. I can just offer suggestions.
It feels like I look at it.
Only you can take this journey of your searching your feelings.
Oh boy. Okay. We just lost a space in India now.
Would you like to lay down on the couch? We have your mother on the line.
I'm going to see her tomorrow.
Skippy's mom, can you please tell us why Skippy is the way he is?
No, please don't.
Was he dropped once or twice?
There's not enough. There's not enough time in the day to tell why I'm the way I am.
Well,
anywho,
I also work this week.
You put time.
It's been weird so far this year. So historically, in our other 4 seasons that we've been open, Skippy, you've referred to us as a lunch truck. And that's primarily, and that's fine. Most of our business comes during lunch. That's just the way it is. And I mean, we've always struggled for dinner hours and consistent dinner hours, at least, unless we have an event. This year, so far, we've really struggled on lunches and we've been knocking our dinners out of the park. So, we probably could have done an $1,800 subdivision the other night on Tuesday. It was insane. I
noticed you're staying a little bit later.
Yeah. So we're trying. we're giving it a whirl.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, we tried 7 o'clock a couple times last year at some of our regular spots. And we never got anything. I mean, at most of our regular subdivisions, we don't see anybody after 6.
Yeah.
Because they figure we're so low on food by that point, I think they don't come out. So as we did last year, we're making a commitment to carry more food on the trailer, to try to encourage people a little bit longer, so that we can maybe get rid of that stigma a little bit that we run out early, or that we have a very limited menu towards the end of the night. But yeah, I mean, we had Tuesday was a good night. Wednesday was, where the heck were we on Wednesday? Wednesday was a slow day. I don't remember where we were. I don't know. What did we do Wednesday? I don't know. Anyways, Thursday was it was all subdivision night. Did like 400 for lunch and 1,000 for dinner.
Good.
Tuesday was like 600 for lunch and 1,300 for dinner. And then Friday for the winter storm, we decided to still go out. We have never preemptively closed for weather, not once. And that streak is still alive. We've closed early because of weather, but never canceled a day. So we let the distillery know that said we were planning on coming for at least lunch, and we'd kind of play it by ear, see how the roads were, what the situation was. So we did $700 in an hour and a half roughly, and then stopped seeing people. So we closed her up at 2:00 and went home. So threw away very little food. We went on super light.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think it was 2 pork butts, 1 brisket, 4 pans of mac and cheese. So it was an acceptable loss if we saw no one for the day, but we made money for the day and move on. Saturday, our first day in Newego. Solid $1,900 day. Huge average check. Lots of big orders right off the bat, which we expected. Shotgun shells we rolled out this week.
How'd that go?
Was that the first time?
First time I saw them.
We had them another day. We might have had them on Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know.
What's the prep time in those?
Awful days. It feels
That's
like.
That's what I thought.
Fran says because the job is getting easier and smoother, it doesn't seem you're working as hard as you have in the past, and I will attest to that.
Fair enough.
We notice that every year, especially with how slow we were the first couple of years, where we were doing a $700 day, and we felt like we were working,
Yeah.
And then every year, as you get busier and processes get smoother, we did a $1,900 day in Newego in 3 hours, 4 hours, and we barely broke a sweat, So we're a well-oiled machine at this point, and so are you apparently. Anyways, so the first time we did shotgun shells, we had 9 orders, and they were gone in about 5 minutes.
What's your order size?
2 shells for $8. I had 19 orders going into Newego. We had 14 people in line at 10:30 for our 11 o'clock opening. We had to redirect the line because people couldn't get into the parking lot.
Wow.
Which is a nice problem to have.
Oh. Well, is that your first day in Newego so far?
That was the first day in Newego. Yep.
Yeah.
So we did mashed potatoes and shotgun shells. Both of those items were gone by 11:05. We opened, I think, 10 minutes early, something like that. So, it was, they are a pain to make. It's,
I was worried about the manicotti drying out.
No, not bad at all. Me too. So here's our process. Hopefully no one from the health department's listening. No. So we use leftover brisket or pork.
Mm-hmm.
For Saturday it was brisket. We had some left. So we're just cooking down a whole lot of sweet onions and peppers. Adding, so that was, I think it was like 6 peppers and a whole onion diced. And then about 4 pounds of cream cheese and about 3 pounds of brisket. Warm that up. And then, you just cook the manicotti to al dente so they hold together while you're cramming stuffing in them. Yes.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So fill them. Try to let everything. Well, we try to get things cool-ish before we stuff. It's a little bit easier that way. Then we wrap in bacon, season them, put them in a pan, cover it, and we let them sit overnight even. So we're not doing it that morning. We're doing it the night before. And then It's just on the smoker, right on the grates, which causes a little bit of a mess once the cream cheese starts to, do its cream cheese thing. Yeah. But yeah, for about an hour and a half. And then
bacon doesn't get crispy; it just gets rendered.
Yep.
Soft,
so it's a nice, yeah. And then we pull them off, put them in pans, and we'll glaze them with sauce. Put them back in the smoker to let that set. And man, they're pretty good. I wish they weren't so time consuming to make.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really good. And we got the reviews on them have been really, really good.
Do you use like a piping bag to fill them?
No. So it was all by hand.
Oh.
So I don't own a piping bag. I've always just used for like Ziploc bags and stuff.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, the filling was so hot that it started to melt the bag.
Oh boy. Okay then.
So I started doing it by hand with that one with this like a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Or a tablespoon, and it went pretty quick. So the manicotti gets so split so easy.
Yeah.
That it was hard to use a piping bag too. But
I'm going to try again. Do you almost want to cook it like a little bit less than al dente? Because it's going to cook for an hour and a half anyway, and the bacon's going to be on top of it to make it softer anyway.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they were pretty like you wouldn't have wanted to eat them out of
so they were still
the
firm.
water. Yeah, they were firm.
Okay.
But they still split pretty easy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, really good special. That is definitely a daily menu item in a brick and mortar, 100%.
Yeah, it's a good appetizer for sure.
Yeah.
We were thinking about doing something similar, and doing a Texas Twinkie brisket sandwich. Ooh. Doing that type of taking leftover brisket, mix it with cream cheese and barbecue rub. Mm-hmm. A little jalapeno too to add a little spice, and put that as like a topping to a sandwich with brisket and barbecue sauce.
Quick good morning to Bernie's Blue Line Barbecue, saying good morning from upstate New York.
New York. He's a Yankee.
Maybe.
Actually, I hope he loves the Mets. Hope he hates the Yankees.
We're all Yankees.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Ish. Whatever.
Only geographically.
Speaking of geographic, here's your piece of useless information for the day.
Oh, God.
Do you know how Michigan attained the UP?
Yes. I've heard the story many times.
That's why
we lost Toledo.
Yeah, it's all because of Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
There was a mini war over Toledo.
Yeah.
Where there was militias fighting for Toledo.
Thank God we lost that.
Well, I mean, think of it the other way. Is it possible that whole Detroit to Toledo area is the size of Chicago?
Oh.
If that happens.
Yeah, that could be true. Toledo's a shithole, though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, so is Chicago.
So is Ohio.
Yeah.
Anyway, if we have listeners from Ohio, I apologize.
We love you guys.
Hate Columbus. Hate Columbus.
Yeah. Hate Columbus. Who doesn't, though?
All right, so that was good.
Yeah, and then
it was good.
Our Trail Paint Brewing Company on Sundays, we are anxiously waiting for the weather to turn because we have not had a decent day there yet. And I think once the patio is open and people are out and sitting in it, it's a nice evening to go sit and have a beer on a Sunday. That we'll pick up.
Dr. Peelgood and
oh God, it was such a good beer. So it was a blood orange wheat.
Oh, yes, I thought it was actually.
No, that's the
name
Lord
of
the
Swine beer. Was messed up though.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was cold when I was taping that outside. And TikTok doesn't let you edit posts. You have to delete them and repost them. So I just left it.
Yeah, I'm like, who cares? Just deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord is kind of.
It sounds the same.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just you gave it a person's name.
Yeah. Lord. Yeah,
Log.
Dr. Peelgood was a solid beer. If you guys are in the area of Trail Point, Dr. Peelgood is really, really solid orange wheat beer. Mm-hmm.
Good.
There's my endorsement. And stopping by and see us. That'd be nice too. But yeah, luckily we had a couple of regular customers that came early and had some large orders and kind of helped a little bit. But we're busier than last Sunday. So forward progress.
Good.
I guess. Yeah. And we're not going to be open next Sunday, so I don't have to worry about that for next week.
If somebody wants a loaded mac with extra brisket, do you upcharge them?
No, we just give away a quarter pound of brisket.
So we have our Mammoth Mac, which is loaded mac with both meats on it. And I've been asked a lot to just do, will you do double brisket instead of the pork? So what would you upcharge somebody for like another portion of brisket?
Hold on, let me tell you. Because we have the buttons built into our system for double pork and double brisket.
I need to do that.
It was, so Nuego, the first 10 people were all double briskets on their items.
Yeah. It
was insane. The first person said it, and people's like, we can do that? I said, yeah. I think we are...
You're going to pay for it, but yeah, we'll take care of it for you.
Let me look here real quick. I don't want to mess up the... So we had... I like that this has it in the reports now. You can pull up modifier sales.
Yeah, it's been in there.
So we have 8 double briskets. So it's $6 for double brisket.
Okay.
$4 for double pork.
Okay. All right. I gotta see you make a video of you did a video of your loaded mashed potatoes. I gotta see a video of you making your loaded macs.
It's out there somewhere. I'll do another one because Chris was my video guy and he kept getting distracted. So the phone kept going to various places.
I did notice that you were quite cold making that loaded mashed potato.
My winter coat.
You were bundled like an Eskimo.
Man,
I was surprised. I was surprised there's still not a lot of heat in there.
It wasn't too bad. But you have a 25-minute drive to wherever you're going.
Yeah.
It's only 20 degrees outside. It doesn't take long for the cooler to cool off.
Yeah,
or the trailer to cool off. Speaking of sales.
Yeah, let's talk about some sales.
So we did 7,700 this last week.
Okay.
Not great, not awful. But so we only did 20. Yeah, we did 24,000 last March.
Okay.
And that was with us doing limited menu the first couple of weeks of March before we went to full-time. We're open. So we're only for the month. What was it? $3,000 under that right now with 7 days to go. 7 sales days left. No, that's not right. 5 sales days left.
Today's the 25th.
5 sales days. Yeah.
6 if you count.
Saturday,
Easter.
Friday. We're not open on Easter.
Don't you take Good Friday off too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I was thinking about it.
No wonder it feels like you're not working as hard because you aren't working.
Well, I'm equal right now to what I did last year for March. I would like to go higher, but it's only up to me.
We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we have 5 sales days left. So we have some new locations this week. So yeah, hopefully it's a good week. Weather looks like it might cooperate for most of it. Tomorrow is going to be a shit show for us with rain and thunderstorms. So we'll see.
Well, hopefully if Pam's listening, she's not going to comment on this, but I discovered a new thing yesterday. So I hate checks. Okay, checks. I hate writing checks. I hate checks because for some reason people either never cash them or they just wait till later, and that whole balancing your checkbook thing, yeah, it just needs you to have a card and send it on the way. So the Viking thing that I did, they won't accept like online payment or payment over the phone or anything like that. I gotta send a check. And I said, well, what happens if I don't send checks? He's like, well, do a money order. You realize nobody does money orders anymore? Like, not even Walmart does money orders anymore.
Really?
It's all
Meijer does.
It's all Western Union transfer.
I think Meijer does still.
Nope.
Really?
It's all Western Union transfer. So, like, if you want to do a money order, you got to go to a bank and get a cashier's check, basically.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
However.
Oh, you don't have a bit?
Since I banked through Square.
Yeah.
What?
No,
so
I'm just waiting for this.
You're an ass. So I banked through Square. And I noticed when I went to look at balances and stuff, it says I can send them a check.
Oh, nice.
So I filled it out. It's only for like $125, but so I filled it out, filled out where it was, who it was going to, and it completed the check and asked if I wanted to download it or email it. So they are, follow me. There, and I think I can even share my screen because it's not my account numbers, and it says it right there. It's not my account numbers.
In order to print a check, though, you would need a Micker printer.
Nope.
Probably.
It says print it on plain white paper.
Wow.
Endorse it, and your bank should cash it. Let's hold on a second. Let me let's get
that
to here.
That all sounds awful.
Doesn't it though? It sounds just great.
It sounds very sketch.
If
someone handed me a check on a plain print,
I completely understand. I'm picking up what you're throwing down, but okay. All right, let's share my screen. It does say it's not my account number, so nobody can steal money from me. At least I hope it's not, but okay, we're doing what do we got here? That one. There we go. There we go. There's a check.
So it's putting in some sort of watermark in the background.
It's just it's a square block logo.
Yeah, but adding it as a watermark.
Yeah. But it says all right. So print the check. Print on plain white paper with black ink. Step 2: deposit your check. Sign with blue or black, but you can deposit it with your phone. Sign that you know how to do a mobile deposit.
That's probably the best way to go with that.
Yeah, that's probably simple. But in person, cut along the line below and discard the top. Sign the back of the check. Deposit in person at your bank.
Nope, I would do that mobile. I would never take that into my bank.
Yeah, I would probably do the mobile too. Yeah. But it's interesting. So I did it, and I sent it to him, and let's see what he says. Because I don't do, and what it does is it automatically, you don't have to wait for it to clear. It automatically takes it out of your account, which is what I like.
As soon as you printed it.
As soon as I got to this point where where I could save it or share it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it automatically took it out of the account, and I was happy. So
to circle real quick back to the shotgun shells, Bernie, he said, just for science, try one stuffed and wrapped uncooked pasta shell. Test for outcome.
Okay.
I wonder. So I like that idea because it would be a whole lot easier to stuff them.
Yeah. I mean,
I wonder if you did well, no, that wouldn't work though. So I wonder if you would need to do a pan of water underneath just to help with I don't know.
The bacon's going to do the moisture for you.
Yeah.
That's like doing mac and cheese the raw way. Putting everything in the in the smoker and just stir it every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I know you don't do that. I get it.
All right, Bernie, I'm going to try it. We're going to give her the old college try.
Woot woot. So I was offered